Hi, welcome or welcome back to the Unraveling Soprano. I'm Heather and this is my channel where I talk about all of my makes from the week, whether that be knitting, crochet, sewing, gardening. I don't have a gardening update today. My cucumbers and zucchini have kind of gone crazy, but I actually haven't really touched the garden at all this week. So no gardening update. What am I wearing? I'm wearing my Billy by Tilly and the Buttons. I actually cropped it. So this used to be the Billy dress, and that shape did not look good on me at all. I'm pretty long, a pretty long torso, and it just made my long torso look really long and my legs look really short, and that's not my desired proportion. So, but I love this fabric. This fabric is, I think it's a Jonathan Kaufman cotton. I have no idea where I got it, but I love it. It's so fun. And I just love these sleeves. I don't know if I've worn this on the channel before. I must have. But yeah, these just sleeves are everything. So yeah, it's cropped, and it's real cropped. If I raise my arms, you can't see it in frame, but you will see my midriff. So I always wear it high-waisted pants, skirts, that kind of thing. So updates. So updates on my tiered maxi skirt. I have finished all my squares. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I'm excited. So I finished my last square today, and now I have to do the diamond stitch for the other tiers. But I think, I don't want to jinx myself, but I think the hardest part of this skirt is done. So after I finished my last square today, I went ahead and I crocheted together the second tier, the first flowered tier, just to make sure I had enough. So this is what this looks like. It looks really pretty on camera. So, I mean, if this wasn't, I need to keep this, as much as this pattern kind of ticked me, it just took forever, and it took me a really long time to memorize it. But, I mean, this could make a really pretty shawl as well, or scarf, or headband. I'm losing the plot a little bit. So I crocheted these all together using a single crochet, trying to minimize as much of a seam as possible because I knew I was like right on the edge of this fitting my hips, and it does. I don't know if I can, maybe if I back you up a little bit. Oh, this is gonna get messy. Maybe. All right, I'm a little short, so this is not as desired, but I think this is gonna end up being on the widest part. Oh, you can't see this at all because I am 4 inches too short. A jump. That was stupid. But I've got about, I'll just tell you, I've got about, I want to say an inch, 2 inches. I've got about this much overhang, which I think is great. I think that is going to, sorry, my lighting is getting weird. So I think that is going to give enough ease for a slip underneath, and also give me enough room if I don't aggressively block this every single time I wash it. Because it is a cotton skirt meant for the summer, I am thinking that I'm going to be washing this a fair bit. So, and right now, I don't know, it's not perfectly, It's not perfectly lined up. I'm debating if I should just give this one more block and block it like really open. I don't know. For those of you who have done a lot of crochet projects, how do you dry your crochet projects? Because crochet is very open and lacy. Do you aggressively block it every single time, or do you just not wash it? Do you not, maybe it's that you just don't dry it. Like, so this is not something that can go in the dryer. That makes sense, because it's pretty delicate. So, washing machine, fine. Just air dry. So, I've got this done. I will probably, I have 3 squares that I need to block to that 7 square. And I feel like I'm not even, like, this is stretched out so much that it's not even like 7 by 7 anymore. It's like 9 by 6 or something. But yeah, so I will block those last 3 squares, and then I'll go ahead and crochet up the 9. And the next thing I have to do is start on that diamond pattern. So so I think that there's, my pattern has gotten very messy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, so there's 5 tiers. You make tiers, I don't think I'm giving too much pattern information away. I don't want to do that. But you can see in the pattern that there are 5 tiers because you can count on the picture. And you can, yeah. Yeah, and you can see the tiers 2 and 4 are the same. So I'm not giving out any information that is not apparent in the photo. I'm a little confused on how to connect all the tiers. Except for maybe you're joining it in the last bit, like you're doing tier 1 and it's all one stitch, and then right before you're done, that's when you put it all together. Tier 5. And I have already, I finished 1 ball, and this is into my 2nd ball of yarn. So I still think I'm going to have a ton left, but we'll see. I mean, I have other projects that I'm considering doing after this with this yarn, because it's just such a pretty color. So far, the pattern is not, it is challenging, but it's not unattainable by any means. Like, I feel like, even though I don't have a whole ton of crochet experience, if you take your time, you're okay with ripping things back. I think it's not your first project. This can't be your first project. And I've done, I mean, like, I say that I'm not very experienced at crochet, but like, I'm pretty experienced with all the different stitches of basic crochet. So your single crochet, double crochet, half double. I'm very familiar with those, because like when I was younger, I used to make crochet scarves for everybody. Like, I'd make, like, I don't know, dozens of every single Christmas. Everybody would get like 5 scarves. So I do know the crochet stitches, the basic ones, very, very well. So again, this would not be your first project, but I've also not ever done anything too complicated. And so far, the way that this pattern is written out, I mean, the diamond stitch could do me in, but I really do feel like this has got to be the hardest bit of it. Just the motif has got to be the most challenging part, and it looks great. I'm just really pleased with how well this is coming together so far. I mean, anything can happen. I was really worried about the sizing. Sizing, I think, is gonna be, knock on wood, I don't have any wood. Sizing, I thought was gonna be an issue. I thought we were gonna run tight. So far, so good. I'm okay. We'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna keep checking in I don't think if I continue using this single crochet method, I don't think I'm going to lose too much to the ease. As far as timeline, I'm pretty behind. I had no motivation to work on anything creative this week. And that was dumb because I know I feel, but like I didn't even exercise. Like it was just kind of I let the social medias take me for an entire week. And that's not great for my mental health. It's not great for anybody's mental health, but it happened. So I am relatively behind on this. I thought I was going to get this whole thing finished by, I think I originally said the middle of July. That would be next week. That's not happening. Maybe by the end of July, and then I can wear it in August. That would be lovely. I just don't know how hard this diamond stitch pattern is going to be. I'm actually going to play with it a little bit after I've done filming, just to see where we are with that. But yeah, so I didn't get as much work as it was interesting because like the week before I'd gotten so much work done. And then we had a heat wave and I lost all sense of like motivation and just was like, oh, I don't want to do anything but like eat ice cream and wallow just a little bit. Not just because of the heat wave, mostly because of the state of the world. But which I alluded to even last week. So yeah, so not too much work done, but I still am pretty confident this is going to get done before the end of the summer. Because I mean, I've gotten this far. Like it's definitely not going to be a project that I abandon. And I do think because her patterns tend to be, if I'm remembering correctly, on the slightly pricey side, especially crochet patterns. I think crochet patterns tend to be a little bit cheaper than knitting patterns. But from what I have done, what I have experienced so far, they're worth it because it's like a ton of work. And like not only is the pattern very intricate, but like the way of explaining it is done really well. And it's really impressive because I'm not sure if English is this creator's first language. So the fact that like not only can they write a really fabulous pattern, but describe it in a really great way and describe it in a really great way in a language that is not their first language. Maybe they're naturally bilingual. I don't know. Because I think that, I don't know if she's Polish. I have no idea where this creator comes from. Lives. I don't know where this creator lives. But yeah, I'm just super, super impressed. And I think that, I mean, she's got so many patterns on her, like so many like drool-worthy patterns. I think that this is not my last pattern of hers, but I think it's going to be my last pattern of hers for a while, just because I'm really itching to get back to knitting. Because I'm realizing that is definitely my first love. I've done no sewing this summer. Summer is usually when I do a lot of sewing. My sewing room it's like so hot in there that I've just, again, no motivation whatsoever. Other things, I'm still working. Last week I was like, I'm gonna prioritize the Scarlet Letter. I didn't do that at all. Like not even a little bit. This week just went by so fast. So yeah, I just falling behind there. I've been watching a lot of like movies, like trying to get off of Netflix. And so I watched, I have Elizabeth, the one with Kate Blanchett. That was pretty good. I haven't watched that in forever. And I watched Sleepy Hollow. I bought the DVD of Sleepy Hollow. And that was definitely worth it. Because I forgot. I mean, I know I love that movie. I love that movie in the fall. But like, I don't know. I'm full Summerween. I'm full fan of Summerween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. and which shouldn't be surprised with my theater and costuming background. Why Halloween is my absolute favorite holiday, but I could watch spooky movies. Not scary. I'm not a huge scary movie fan, and I think Sleepy Hollow is about my limit for gore, but since it's so campy, I think that's because it's just so obviously fake. Because it's so camp. And I do love like that like old school Addams Family, like that just like camp horror I think is like the best. I love it. And give me your spooky, campy, like your theatrical Halloween movies, other than like Hocus Pocus, because of course Hocus Pocus. But give me your suggestions in the comments because I'm always looking to add things to my DVD collection, which is all like the never-ending list of content that I want to consume. So a little bit of a short one today because I don't have that much to share. I mean, I do feel like I've gotten a lot of progress, but until this starts taking shape, I'm not quite sure how detailed these podcasts are going to be. I might do a vlog next week because I might be going out of town. So maybe I'll take you along with me for that next week. And maybe just kind of like, might be going antiquing. Which I think that would be fun. I'm always a big fan of other people's antiquing vlogs. I'm not positive I'm going out of town yet, but if I do, I might film if I remember, and that might be a little bit of a different change of pace, especially since this is just going a little slower than I had originally planned. Silly me thinking, oh yeah, crochet is faster. It is faster, but when you're working with yarn that is barely detectable in the viewfinder, it's so thin, it takes longer. So yeah, let me know what you're up to. How are you? What are your crafting projects right now? Are you going more into, if you're also a sewer, are you going into your sojo? Have you gotten your sojo back? If you're knitting, what are you knitting? How are you dealing with the hand cramping of cotton and plant-based fibers? Yeah. Until I see you next time, I hope you have a great week, and bye!